can go away. Like you're gonna be treated differently.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think like we at least me, I lead where it's more like everybody. I treat everybody with respect. Like I don't hold my title above everybody. I'm not like, hey, I'm in charge of you. Everybody's a person, and I treat everybody fairly and everything.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a great fucking time, dude. I fucking rip on people sometimes in a nice way. Like I'm HR compliant. Um, but uh, we have a great time at work and we do a good job. And I'm like top 50 in my company right now, which is great. So that's good. I know you've been doing some big things, and that's another way to segue to you.
So yeah, I would definitely say that like I don't know, jobs can be like stressful on their own without needing to add any other stress. So um I would say like with what I do, if there's already an added stress to like to work. So adding other stressors into the workplace that aren't needed because like
Right.
you want to try and control things you can't control is I don't know, it's pretty ignorant. Like I want to have a good time. I want to come to work, joke around, but also work. I understand like everyone's different. I never know everyone can't work the same way. However, like maybe you need to do it on a smaller scale than other people.
Hmm.
Like I know I can walk out of my office, like get sidetracked for 20 minutes, come back in, and I can make up for it. Where other people,
Hmm.
20 minutes might be too long, or 30
Oh,
minutes
that's
might be
true.
too long. So you gotta like cut it down. But like that self control of like, okay, I need to work, and I'd be like, hey, I'm listening, but like just let me finish doing what I'm doing, and I'll like interject where I can. That's probably like how I started. But yeah, I don't know. There's like so if somebody wants to like join the army, let's say, there's like a bunch of hoops you got to jump through now with the new like medical screening process, and they pull like 7 to 10 years of medical history before you ever go anywhere.
Hmm.
Um, so the old system of like, I don't know, you sprained your ankle, but you never went to a doctor. Okay, don't say nothing. Like that old like when I joined, probably when you joined, it's just not a thing anymore. Um, but then they're like, how come people aren't joining? And you could be like, well, this medical process has kind of slowed it up, and like not an excuse. I agree. Everything can't be an excuse. You gotta always find a like you gotta reinvent the wheel when technology changes and like reinvent and
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
with.
yeah.
But to say that like some shit that's out of our control is not a factor is also I feel like semi ignorant. Like to just ignore, but nope, not a factor. How? Everything's a factor in some way. It's just like what's your order of
Yeah.
merit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I like to have fun. Lead by example. Like I'm not gonna ask
Yeah.
anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do. Um,
Exactly.
but I don't know. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but I just think of like who would I want to work for? And I want somebody to hold me accountable, help me become successful, and then like maybe if I'm getting in trouble, like be right there to get in trouble with me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like not just throw me out and let me hang out there to dry, but like but oh hey boss says, "Hey, I could have stopped this or I could have fixed this, so I'm going to be in here and get in trouble with you." Instead of just like let me see if I can slide by and I don't get yelled at, but you only get yelled at. I just at the end of the day, I just try to be somebody that I would want to work for. That's
Yeah.
it. Not like I said, not always a good way. Like I want someone to fucking hold me accountable and be straightforward and blunt with me. Like if I fucked up, I fucked up. Let me know. Hey, moron. I'll be like,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, my
yeah.
bad, but I won't ever do it again. So
Yeah. Well, you can't call people morons in the corporate world. But I do miss those days a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It would probably solve things a little faster, but uh but yeah, it's back to that just being a being there for people and treating people. I think it also comes from like I had a bunch of you kind of learn in the military. I was in the Marines. And For those who don't know, I know Austin knows that,
Uh-huh.
but you learn real quick what you don't like as a leader. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many fucking just turd leaders. I feel like that definitely did help me just become way better. You know what I mean? Like as a leader, the
Yeah,
military definitely does help.
yeah. Well, I think like um in most cases, I think like you're usually like, I know I don't want to be that, more so than you have like good mentors or
Yeah, yeah,
idols to look up to. You just know what you don't want to be, and you want to be
yeah,
the opposite.
yeah, yeah.
It's very like few people out there that I would ever say I want to be like that. I just know what I don't
There's
want to be.
there is like I feel like whenever you retire and you come work for me, you'll see that there's many people in this place that are just like me, like up there and at higher,
Yeah,
just great fucking leaders, man. Like I know what you mean,
yeah.
but this place has changed. I did have that mindset before I started here. I've had some good bosses that like teach me things, but never like I'm gonna be him when I grow up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Or her. You know, because girls out there, dude. Shout out to women nowadays, just fucking taking.
yeah.
I've seen a lot of powerful women just fucking whooping ass, whooping a man's ass in the world, and I just love it.
So,
Well, not like actually physically. I haven't didn't see. I just want to set the record straight. I didn't see a woman slapping a man's ass. I didn't see them. You know what I mean? Like beating each other's butt. But anyway.
yeah. So no, I know what you're saying. So like, um, the last place I worked in, and I was just sending a text because I was like, if we get into like leadership or anything like that, or I think this topic is like a really good segue into like the mental health portion. But I actually I sent my former boss a text just now saying I'm about to talk about you. Um, like, so if she were to pop in, she were to pop in. But I have never. So if I go back to my first unit, it was all like there was female pilots in that unit, but in an aviation unit, like pilots are just pilots. There's like your cool uncle or aunt. That's like kind of like what a warrant officer was for us in an aviation unit. Like you take advice from them, but they were more like, "Hey, what's up, Tim? Hey, what's up, Austin?" And if you called them
Yeah.
like sir or ma'am, they'd be like, "It's Jim," or is it's Rebecca. Like, okay, okay. Um, Next unit, no female leadership. Where I was at, it wasn't like a knock on maybe like the field I was in or anything like that. It's just it's a pretty I
Yeah.
don't want to say male dominant field, but a lot of like combat guys become pilots. And up until recently, women weren't allowed in combat, so that's why that attrition, I guess you could say, is there. Um, but and then I came to recruiting, and I had one female instructor in recruiting, was super cool. Like I would say, like your guys type of girl, like crack some jokes, some stuff like that right off the rip, and you don't gotta like do that. What can I joke around about? Which I mean, you really should do with everyone. You shouldn't just be fucking off the hinge right off the rip. You got to learn your boundaries. You know what I mean? But the
Yeah.
place I just left, um, it, I would say probably arguably the best leader I've ever had, and the first direct like female NCO I've ever worked with. Um, but if you were to close your eyes and like everything she did, the way she acted, like you could close your eyes and go, I don't know if that is a guy or a girl because it wasn't like so one way or so one the other way,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
but she was like so like when it came to like board files, when it came to looking at this, when it came to looking at that, looking at it, like probably the best top two. I could argue one way or the other. Leaders I've ever had, and first time having a female leader, like 100% all the way, not like a little bit here, a little bit there. So they're out there. I mean, like in the military and other work professions, they're definitely out there. But
Yes.
she just refused to let anybody like walk on her or walk all over her or do this or do that. she knew everything in and out. Like, do you have a guy at work or a girl at work that's like, you don't need the book because they literally are the book.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's how she was, but not in a, like, usually you're nerd, right? Everyone's like, oh, fucking nerdy
Yeah.
Steve over here. She was like the coolest fucking person you'd love to hang out with, play basketball with, talk about fucking sports, talk about video game, TikToks, anything, crack jokes. But then also you could be like, hey, in this regulation, where does it say this? And she'd be like, oh, fucking AR this, whatever, whatever, whatever. Like, and you can go
Yeah.
look at it and check, right? The whole trust but verify thing, and it was fucking spot on. Always would admit when she was wrong, shit like that.
That's wild. Like, cause sorry,
No, no,
but
it's like if you told me about
they
that, I'd be
the
like, what? That exists?
yeah,
But
that does like she would survive very well where I work because like that's like what well for at my place of business uh,
no, no,
I
Doc. What I'm saying is like she's like a walk. She was like not was she is like a walking regulation. Like all the like what we can and can't do, why you can and can't do it, why like if someone's like I don't know, she knows and then knows why examples and can quote everything basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like she knew her shit and you couldn't fucking tell her anything else.
So with me, like I learned I'm similar. I don't know every single thing, but like I'm trying in that nature.
Yeah,
I've learned that way because I'm a smartass, right? So
yeah,
being a
yeah.
smartass is very hard in life. You have to. It's being a smartass and being successful because you have to learn everything,
Right,
and like I've taught myself all at work. Like I studied every single I studied every single calculation for how we do our metrics and numbers
right, right, right.
because those are what everybody's judged on. And so in doing so, it's like the same way you're saying about her, like just knowing like everything and being there and like being the book. Like it's so
Yeah.
hard. I only know like just that part. Like recently now I've moved into management, like actual management, and it's
Mhm.
that shit's fucking hard being way up there. So that's pretty cool that she's like that
So
because
the like the I guess the biggest thing I took away, like, and I don't want to say like I didn't think that way before. I was just maybe a little bit, and here's another thing too, right? No matter where you work, you might have people that are older than you, younger than you. It doesn't mean like their experience is not valued, right? She's younger than
Mhm.
me. She's been in the army, uh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
just maybe like a year, I think, maybe a year longer than me. Um, but she's younger than me. I joined a little bit later. 23 doesn't sound that late, but fucking in army sense, you're late. Um,
Yeah,
but
in
she's
army sense, you're a fucking old man.
yeah, yeah, but she's younger. But she'll give me advice or like correct me. I'm not the most mature person out there, but would like sometimes I'd be like a little off this way, a little off this way, and she like would just make sure. Sometimes it was tough love, but I like that. Um, but
Yeah, you do.
it was like I don't know. I don't even know the best way to like to put it in words. How like working with her, or working with somebody like that is. She would admit when she was wrong and say I don't know this, but it wasn't like she was ever like I need you to do something that you're not supposed to do. She was just always asking the people above her to do their job, and that's it. Like nothing more, nothing less, just like the standard. And I think like if we all did that and didn't cut corners here or there or whatever, right? I guess sometimes cutting corners
Oh yeah.
is okay in some senses, but
If you cut a corner, there's more to that. It would
yeah,
take me
yeah.
too long to explain.
It,
Yeah,
it'd be,
yeah,
it's like a really complicated breakdown. Like you can cut corners because 15 years ago when they made the rules, maybe things have changed and you can cut out 3 or 4 steps and still get it done
yeah,
the correct way and nothing bad happens. But um, that's like the big thing. Like I now that we're not working together, I check in with her all the time. Like, hey, tell me I'm crazy, or tell me I'm wrong on this, tell me I'm wrong on that. Like I want her to poke holes in maybe what I'm thinking and challenge
yeah.
like my thought process because I value her opinion. Um, and I want to be like I want to be the same person for other people that she was for me.
Yeah.
Um, so right now, like she's probably one of the first people I've ever been like, I want to be like her. More so, I just don't want to be like them.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Like it's like a blend. Like I know what I don't want and I know what I kind of like.
yep, yep,
And then you land right in the middle, right?
yeah,
And actually like me and you, I feel like are definitely people that just not because we had to, but just because we're stubborn as shit learned a lot of things the hard way. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And that's like okay. So I did kind of get off, but I was still on track with. But you just kind of brought me back to
Oh no,
where I was trying
you
to
were
be.
so yeah.
The saying of like, don't burn any bridges, right? You always hear that. Don't burn any bridges. Don't burn any bridges.
It's such a good
But I saw it, and I'll see things, and I'll be like, oh, that's this person, or that's this person, or so and so looks like this. I always relate things to people because of like I'm attributing things
yeah,
to like
yeah,
their
yeah.
personality and shit like that. But I would
What's mine?
say, hang on, let me so I don't get sidetracked again. I would say she was one of the people that said, listen, don't worry about burning bridges as long as you can fucking swim.
That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck burning bridges.
She's
If you
got the
can
Ted
swim,
Lasso approach.
like,
All right, go ahead.
you know your shit. If you burn the bridge, fuck it. You know how to swim, right? Make it to where you got to go. But you don't need to rely on somebody or like bend your morals or whatever
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to fuck it. If I know what's right, I know what's right. Maybe you might have a target on my back, but I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
You? What would I say? You? I would say the same reason I've been friends with you for forever is probably the same reason why I don't have many friends is loyalty. Um, I
Oh,
understand what
I was gonna
blind
say the porn.
loyalty.
I thought it was the porn addiction.
No, no. I was gonna say like there's a thing of blind loyalty. Obviously, like you'll you'll do
Oh man.
anything just because somebody did right for you, but
Yeah.
um I understand that difference. But like I'm a pretty loyal person, so like unless you give me now, listen, there's a bunch of family members I don't fucking talk to, but
Same.
if you're a pretty loyal person to me, and we do right by each other, like
And you're not a fucking asshole. Like, I'm not an asshole unless you make me one. Like, if you're a fucking look, I am so nice. Me and you are very nice people.
mhm,
But if you're fucking stupid, like on purpose,
yep,
just to piss me off,
yep,
or just being rude, like outright rude, like all those things, then I either you're gonna see you don't see the people you see on video games and streaming and like me and you are never like that. We're very rare like that, but like if it is, because I know how me and you are, we'll just be like quiet, silent. You don't get to have fun me anymore. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
you don't get a part of me anymore because
yep. Yeah, and
but
like I think the older I've got, God, this is such a great transition into mental health. But like, where do you completely jump off the bridge into that?
mhm,
The older I've become, the more private. Like,
yeah,
I got it. I'm streaming. I post shit on the internet. You know what I mean? But I don't just invite anybody over. I don't
mhm,
go to just anything. Like if the kids are gonna go to something, or Nicole wants to go to something, and she's like, "Let's go." Okay, but I'm not going to hang out with people from work. I'm not going here. I just don't like it comes back to loyalty. I'm not going to invest in this time in somebody if like I don't
yeah,
have a feeling that we're probably going to be friends for years. Like I have plenty of friends I've met in the military. We were only together for 3 years and we still talk at least once a week.
yeah,
But I'm not going to invest my time and energy into something and then like it could be 2 years. If 2 years and one day you burn me, you're going to fucking regret it. I promise you. You will regret it.
yeah.
But then I'm
That's the
like, I'm
thing.
less likely to fucking do anything else. You know what I mean? Amber said
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah, and I do that actually for my mental health, to be honest, with all of it. To be where I'm at now in life,
Hmm.
I've had to do that. and it sucks along the way. But it's like an assimilation process of like where you see like where your parents came from and where they ended up, right?
Hmm.
And now you understand it more because you're in that part when you were a kid, and you're like, oh shit, okay, I understand this a lot more now. Like, and they said that to me, like, you're gonna understand one day, and you're like, fuck you. But but like
I mean, you're not wrong.
yeah,
That's exactly what you sounded like.
yeah, I did.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, I didn't say that. She punched me, dude. God, fucking good thing she can't run. You know what I mean? Uh, fast as fuck, boy. Um, uh, got off topic there for a second,
It
but
happens.
yeah, you have to learn that along the way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. For one, I went through a divorce,
Hmm.
and that's fine. But I didn't want to be on Facebook anymore for personal reasons. Like, I didn't want to deal with people because I'm trying to do something in my life that for me, I mean, I do not get to see my kids very much right now, and
Hmm.
that's a personal thing that's I'm not going to talk about. But um, I'm doing stuff for me. Like, I didn't know who I was for a long time, honestly, and like this is I'm figuring that out more.
Yeah.
But you just now figure that shit out. But you have to cut people out that are negative. You
Hmm.
have to like because they will change your mindset into things. Like, I don't even watch the news. Me and you talked about that the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone said the government. My mom called me the other day. Bless her heart. I love you, mom. If you ever watch this, I'm sorry, but she called me the other day
I'm
and she
sorry,
was like,
mom.
she called me the other day and she's like, yeah, I just got off the phone with your brother in Germany. I told him the government's shutting down and to get ready. I'm like, Mom, don't scare that boy.
uh,
Like, Jesus fuck. Like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, turn off the TV, please. Please. And I was
yeah.
like, the government, it's not going to shut down. It's like not possible.
Well,
I mean, it maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but like, it's not going to happen overnight like that. Like,
this would have been my third.
government shutdown.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but
But
anyway, like,
but the only so like keep
go
your
ahead.
train of thought. But the only thing I can understand from somebody like from the outside, and like I would feel for your brother because he hasn't been in that long. But for somebody who hasn't been a part of it, the last time there was a bill or a policy in place that said if the government shuts down, troops will still get paid. They'll get an advance basically, and then the
Mhm.
banks will be back paid because they know the money will come. So you'll get like
Yeah.
an advance on your paycheck. This time they weren't saying that. They were saying, "Hey, bitch, you better get a loan." And that shit, like, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't look at it. Like Nicole would be like, "Hey, this is the deadline." This, and I would be like, "Whatever." Like, she knows I don't like
Yeah.
care to a certain extent, but I also do care.
Hmm.
But I'll go off on a whole fucking tangent about how it infuriates me that why do we constantly dangle service members as a
Paychecks. Yeah.
yeah, like what, why? And you know we still have to come to work. We don't just go home. We still come to work because
Yeah.
this thing's still got a fucking crank, you know what I mean?
But what's annoying about that too is like, w- why even like talk about it like that? You know, like, oh, we're not gonna be able to pay all these people or this and that. And but we're already so far in debt that it doesn't matter if they add another fucking billion. You know what I mean? Like, they'll never be recovered. So I don't
Yeah.
understand that part. I'm like, just fucking stop it. It all not getting political
Yeah, no, no,
because
no. But it's no different than like when we
it's
cut
stupid.
government spending, that stuff. At first I never knew what that meant. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like when I was brand new in Alaska, I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what government spending
Mhm.
means. And then the first budget issue government shutdown thing, it was taking benefits away from troops, taking healthcare shit, cutting fucking
Why?
the pay raises by the next year. Like it'll be the lowest pay raise we've ever. Like why? You mean to tell me there's some people in like Congress or shit like that that don't need a pay cut? Like come on,
Yeah. Yeah.
they work like 2 days out of the month. basically like their reserves. They don't need to make all that money.
Dude, then
So,
you not getting political, but then you got Mitch McConnell up there.
hey, wait. Let's do our best impersonation. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Henry, that was good. I think we got it.
But Alaska is different.
Demonic, do the thing. Do the thing. Put us both, Mitch McConnell in the middle, right here on the side.
Like all of us together.
Yeah, Austin, me,
Mitch
Austin.
and Mitch.
Oh no, me,
Mitch.
Mitch, and Austin.
Yeah.
But did you also know that Mitch is like a man bitch?
You worked up there for
That's
2 years and a lot is different.
oh man. But yeah, back to what I was
Mm,
saying. You got to cut those people out. Not watch the news. Not you have to, like you said, you got more private, and I guarantee you did that for mental health reasons. You know
oh,
what I mean? Because the more people that get in there, they're just fucking like bring their bullshit. Like me and you, when we play video games, if someone's drama, we're not playing with you.
yeah.
Well, I just don't. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Well, like I would say I just I don't know. Like obviously my job is to talk to people for a living.
Yeah.
So when it's like
Same.
home time, I
Hmm.
don't want to have conversations I don't want to have. Like I joke around like don't make no fucking adult play dates for me. Like if your friend has a husband, I don't want to have an adult play date. I don't want to do it because I'm more than likely
Dude.
not going to get along. You know what I mean? Like
Oh man.
um or if it's like one of the kids has a party, do you want to go?
Absolutely not.
I don't like do I want to go? Sure. I just don't want to talk to anybody. Like I don't want especially here when there's not like much of any military around. Oh, you're in the army? You're in the, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I just don't want to fucking talk. Like that's literally my job. Um,
Yeah.
but like
And you have to put on like,
I think sometimes like the thing I
you know what I
struggle.
mean?
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, so um, in April, it's not a shocker because I felt like happy, and I shared it with a bunch of people. In April, I voluntarily walked into the 13th floor of behavioral health. Like if you, I know you've been out for a fucking hot minute, but the 13th floor is synonymous with the crazy house, right? And that's I know that's a
Yeah.
bad stereotype. Like everyone who seeks mental health, it's not the crazy house. I got it, right? But the 13th floor is where like people get admitted against their will usually. And then you have the
Yeah.
people who just walk in voluntarily or whatever. All right, I'm
Yeah.
not knocking it. Don't take it that way if you're listening to this. Willingly walked in because uh like to me, to a certain extent, right? The military is like a made up agreement. Just like when you work at fucking Tesla, it's a made up agreement
Yeah.
that I respect this guy and they won't do certain things. I won't do certain. It's like rank titles are all. It's all like a made up thing.
Hmm.
If you do this class, you get this thing. But I was like kind of thinking. I was like, but if I'm on the street and someone runs their mouth, I don't give a shit what they're doing, who they are. If like it's time to
Right.
throw down, it's time to throw down. And then I was kind of thinking, like, I think sometimes people have a false sense of confidence in the
Yes.
military, like they're untouchable.
Hmm.
And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, not so much as like I'm thinking about hurting someone, but I was like, I don't want to get to the point where maybe I'm like, listen, bitch, run your mouth like this outside with nothing on, and you can get fucking smacked around like every other civilian. You know what I mean? Like you ain't
Yeah.
special.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
went and I was just like, hey, uh, maybe I don't like this or I don't like that or my thoughts on this is this or this is that. Like, and I just went though, and I was like, it felt like a huge weight to kind of get off my chest. Like, sometimes I feel like this or sometimes I feel like that or something. What did you say right before I got into that? You said one thing and it like triggered that thought. It'll probably come back to me, but you said something. and it triggered. If you're in the chat and you can remember what Tim said right before I got into that rant,
It's
leave.
mostly about cutting people out.
Oh, well, yeah, it was that too, but it was like, uh,
Oh, like this?
oh, that. Perfect. Boom. You fucking nailed it. When, if I'm having a bad day, right? If I'm having a bad day at work, it's almost like a punishment. No one's punishing me, but it's a
Hmm.
punishment towards my work ethic, right? If
Yeah.
as a recruiter, if you
Yeah,
come
yeah,
in
yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, I want to join the army," and I'm like, "Okay, okay, what would you like to do?" Like, I'm just having a bad day.
Yeah.
I can't do that though,
Hmm.
because you're not gonna want to talk to me. If your recruiter
Yeah.
gets you all hyped up and you want to join, then you come into my office and I'm like, "You want to join? Fucking cool. All right, man. This is what we're gonna do." You're like, "Where's the excitement for me?" You want to feel like the special person. You're joining the military.
Yeah.
So you got to like flip the light switch on. Hey, what's up, man? You want to join? All right, awesome. This
Exactly.
we're gonna. And then as soon as they leave, it's the Kanye. Instantly, they come back in. Oh, what was that? All right, man. Yeah, yeah. If you have any questions, look, hit me up, man. And then boom,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
every single fucking day. You can't have an off day. You can't
You
because
can't.
then you don't have people coming in.
But
You're not
you
putting people.
don't do it.
You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah,
It's
you
one of those
don't do it
things.
for in like I'm glad that you talked about I also see a regular I just want to say this too that also men's health is coming out for things and I very much me and you as friends we comment how handsome we are in each other. We get a little bit more than that, but you know, that's you got to subscribe for that, but um I but basically um where wa-
You're talking about me being cute and some other stuff. I don't know.
yeah, I lost dude.
Son of a bitch.
Um, no, what were you saying though? You before that, what were you
I
saying?
was just talking about how like you have to put on, you have to fucking. It's like the clown makeup.
Oh, the mental health thing. I
Yeah.
just want to say that I see somebody regularly, once a month as well. Like I see him once a month, and I think that it's important to like if you don't want to talk to like some friends, because like it's good to vet things through friends sometimes, but sometimes friends are your enemies, or they don't want to hear your drama. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you want to figure things out for yourself. I talk to somebody and I tell them they're non biased, which is the best part. They don't know anything about you, right? They don't
Yeah.
know a damn thing about you. And you just go talk to them. They give you sound advice 99.9% of the time,
Right.
and they listen to you. And it's very helpful. Like, honestly, I feel like if you don't know if you can't talk to your friends and you don't want, like, I don't talk to my parents about it, like about things I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just not their problem or their burden or weight to get. I don't want to give that to them. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
That's the hardest part, the weight of it all, or who do you want to sit on? You don't want it to sit on. I don't want it to sit on my kids, the people I love,
Right.
or
Right.
anybody. So like, what do I do with it? And that takes a long time to figure out. Where do you want that weight to sit? Because it's like right here. Where do I put it? And then you go talk to a counselor, a medical professional, and it's like you start feeling better. It's just great, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I think the other thing too is like it comes down to like stigmas, um,
Yeah,
with some stuff because like right like, oh, man up and don't be a girl and like all that stuff. If you really do think
yeah,
about it, right, I'm not trying to sound like a bitch or anything like that, but all that stuff is like men's stigmas. It's like in a certain way. What's up, AJ? It's all like meant to like challenge your pride and your ego and make you like drive on and push through something. Um, that's also why like a lot of people get out of the military, right? And they don't get paid for shit when they get out
hmm,
because they lived into that. Oh, don't go to sick call. If you go to sick call, you're a pussy. Don't get a temporary profile or you're a pussy.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. So they don't go and admit anything because they don't want to seem like they're a bitch. And then it comes time to get out, and they're like, "Well, I have all these issues, and now I'm not getting paid for it." Well, what did you expect, man? You,
Yeah, and like,
AJ said I almost died from that mentality.
dude, it's so bad. Like, my ankles, like, well, I just want to quick thing. My ankles like grew calcium, and fucking stuck together. Like, this is my foot was like it wouldn't. My foot didn't bend all the way on the joints where like your main bone comes down.
Right.
Like, if this is your foot, the ankle part was fused together.
Hmm.
They had to fucking break my ankle and then put like a gaff in between all my joints so they wouldn't fuse together again.
AJ said
Like,
his appendix. Yeah, appendix can be a bitch. Like, cause I did that. I tried toughing it out for like a whole day. We were just in fucking fresh out of high school when that happened to me. I didn't know what it was. I just kept trying to tough it out. I thought I had shit really bad, and then that shit was like on the verge of rupturing. And
you
they're
be
like,
taking them shits though, dog.
I did. I remember I went to the oil change place right there by Wendy's.
Oh, yeah. Talk about shits and oil changes.
Well, I'm saying, but you remember the
Anyway,
oil change place right there by Wendy's and the car wash in Lake Wiley? Like in the actual intersection is like Winn Dixie and Food Lion right there in Lake Wiley. There's a car wash, and across the street there's an oil change place and a Wendy's. I
no, I
was
don't remember
getting
that.
so I was getting my oil changed, and I was like, man, I got a shit. It was a small ass waiting room, and I went in there and I was like, ain't nothing come out, but I got that feeling like I just got a shit. Went back to Nicole's house, hung out, tried taking a nap, woke up, it felt worse. My stomach was like feeling bloated. And I was just like, I'm trying to tough it out, trying to tough it out, trying to tough it out. Got home. It was like late as fuck. And I just remember I was like, something's wrong. Like, I don't know what it is. And I just drove to fucking Gastonia to the hospital myself. I remember checking in, and my mom met me there. And then they're like, no, bro, your fucking shit's gonna rupture. Like, you need surgery right now. AJ said, fresh out of AIT, so I didn't want to be a shitbag. Plus, the medic said it was constipation. See?
Dude, same mentality. It's a different one. I don't know if you're finished. Sorry.
No, 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 no. But
So the same.
nail
I
on the head.
didn't know that I needed glasses
Yep.
until like I finally was like, dude, I can't fucking see at night. And I was just like, just thought like, I don't know, dude. I couldn't fucking see, bro. And then like I went to go and I was like, oh my god, you're supposed to be able to see this far. But I'm like really good at shooting
Yeah.
weapons. Like, and I didn't know you could have shitty eyesight, shoot it fucking perfectly, and then I don't know.
AJ
But
said,
yeah,
just
same mentality.
2 more days, I would have went septic and croaked.
Damn, you turned you into a fucking toad.
Yep.
That's terrible, bro.
With it. No, but like,
That.
what else? What else was like, uh, he needed a princess kiss. What's another good thing? I don't know. That's definitely something because I've had like my fair share. I had my knee redone, but because I waited so long and tried toughing it out, like my other knee fucks up occasionally, and then like now I'm starting to have like back spasms doing nothing. But it's obviously we all know like if you kinesiology, ankle, knees, hips, back, shoulders, neck, all that like it all fucks up
Dude,
in
head,
other way,
shoulders, knees, and
other way.
toes.
Because once you
Oh,
fuck up down there, it's a chain reaction.
yeah, yeah. They call it. Um. Uh. So I actually walked differently, and I couldn't run for a long
I
time, and I
promise
couldn't figure it out.
my data is was not. My data is good, guys. Don't listen to Norton. Okay.
Fucking Norton, dude. Yeah. So
Stop it, Norton.
my ankle, I couldn't run, dude. I couldn't like the doctors were telling me I was fucking nuts, like, because they wouldn't give me an MRI, and I just like gave up because I was like, okay, I'm crazy then, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't run. I couldn't walk around the block with my kids.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
Yeah.
And then I finally like just went there and said something's wrong. They finally gave me for those who don't know, for the VA, there is a White House VA hotline. if you're having issues, you call this number, tell them your complaint and what's going on. If the VA is giving you a runaround, and they will expedite your claim to the top of the line and take it more seriously because you're calling the White House and not the VA.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Anthony, AJ probably could get to. I actually have a good friend here. He was in my first unit. He was just telling me all like the kind of runaround he was getting
Mm.
with the VA, like and how his process went and how it went from like 20 to 40 to I think he's up to like 80 now, and they're saying like, hey, hit us back up in this time with these docs and you should get up to this.
Nice.
But I know Anthony went glitchy shirt out of pants. I know Anthony went and we are, just so you know, number 3 on Kick and podcasts. So uh Anthony went through like a bunch of ups and downs. Surprisingly, my process was easy and got 60%. So like that's the positive.
It's
You
because
you probably should get more though, if I'm being honest.
Mhm.
If you got 60% right out the gate, you probably do 80, 90, 100%. Because Anthony went from like nothing to I think he's about to get 100%. He was only in active duty like 4 to 6 years, let's say. But
Mhm.
he had two incidences. One where I know um they were I don't know, they were doing some work. You're familiar with fucking 29 Palms, but they were
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
some work, and he basically passed out, and his hand went onto a generator, burned the fuck out of his hand, like documented all at work. Then another time, he like I think he got hit getting out of a truck or something like that, but hit his head on the trailer on the way down, knocked him out, documented, and then he claimed those first two things. That was the first two things he did, and they were like not service related.
What?
Ha- like he didn't burn his hand before he came in, and he didn't fucking fall off a truck before. Like, how is that not service related? And he did the VA lawyer thing. Like whoever he did it, wherever he did it from, it was free. You just hire a VA representative to
Yeah.
argue your whatever. Because he's been giving me all the tips. Like this is what I
And
did. This
they
is what I
said
did.
and they said it was not service related?
When he did it on his own. When he went back with this
Oh.
dude,
They fucking took him to the cleaners.
yeah.
I
And then
know he did.
he got like, I guess the guy told him like doing like um large percentages is obviously what most people go for. They try and get like 2-3 things for 30%. But if you have a bunch of tens and then you get one big 30 or 40%, like that is definitely going to put
Yeah.
you at 100. But
Well,
there's
so
like
I have fucking 140%, but I have 90.
20 each knee and my appendix thing. That's for the people that decide they get a side check for every turn away. Yeah, I don't understand. But like AJ, you also got to remember there's people in the military, doesn't matter what branch, when you're like, hey, can we get this? They're like, no. Like the money's coming out of their fucking pocket. Like when you go to your supply guy and you're like, can we order more books? No. It's not coming out of your pocket, man. Fucking just order it. If it like they shoot it down, they shoot
Dude,
it down, but just send it.
no, it's because if you look in the back, dude, where their fucking coffee machine is, it's like a $5,000 coffee machine. The desks are
They got
really
an
nice.
espresso.
The pens are like fucking. They're not the big ones that you have to fucking slam on the desk to get
Yeah.
going.
They're
They got the glide ones.
they're
And
dipping
then
it.
you ask for some fucking notepads, and they're like, here's some napkins. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the toilet paper in every bathroom is basically like wiping with fucking tissue paper. You're like,
Yeah,
damn it, I got shit on my finger again.
dude. Yeah, I mean that's how I learned the finger through the fucking paper trick. Wait, what?
I just,
You
I'm happy I have a bidet now.
I'm, dude. I wanted to talk about this at one point, and I'm glad it came up here.
You're really passionate
Um,
about bidets, but I'm down.
no,
Oh,
dude. Do you have dude wipes in your bathroom?
no. You know why?
Why?
Because there was like, I think 2 houses on Fort Gordon that had like their septic basically back up, and it
Hmm.
was filled with fucking wipes, flushable wipes. And they put a thing out like, hey, listen, motherfucker, these things are not degradable. They do not degrade. So like in a place like I own or slash like I don't know, If it was like when I go to schools, military schools, I use fucking dude wipes because it's not my fucking shit, and I'm out of there in like a couple weeks, so I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
yeah. Uh,
But here, we bought the bidet off fucking Amazon. It was like $40 maybe, and there's like, if you go to the right, it's a feminine, so like the sprayer nozzle's at a different angle. But if you go left,
oh,
it
tell me you
will.
don't use both. You know what I mean?
No, well, you can only pick one or the other.
Oh, fuck.
It's like you got a fucking a throttle on the side. You're just like,
Wham.
but if you there's like four settings for
That's
your
not,
butthole.
dude. That's a different thing. I don't know why you do it that way, but that's fucking.
Well, it, it
That's
it
someone else, dude. You're not supposed to do that to someone else, dude.
it is there, and you turn towards you. The first setting's like if you're going like it's very soft, but number two, three, and four, you're basically getting penetrated by that thing. It will blast your asshole so hard that you are getting penetrated. Like I the one time I was
I've
just
never
curious.
used one, dude. I'm fucking scared
I was just
shitless.
curious on like what the power was. Like, okay, well, let's check one, let's check two, let's check three, and it
Bidet
got
is, dude. Wait, hold on. Fact check. Um, Bidet is your butler's name?
you caught me.
And you just yell 3 and 4, and then you get penetrated.
it's kind of
Ayo!
it's kind of like Biden, but there's a T. Um, but no, yeah, the last one I cranked it because I wanted to see, what this. I swear to God, like it hit me, the water went in me because then I heard like a running water noise. And I think it was the water coming back out of me. I was like, "Ugh."
Whoop.
But it is nice on a warm day and you got a
Oh
shit.
my god,
It's just refreshing to have that cold water blast your butt. Being honest with you.
dude. All right, dude. You made me last round. I gotta pee, so give me like 2 seconds.
Okay, okay. I'll entertain the old chat. They have cocoa butter baby wipes in their bathroom. No, you're talking about like the S shops. Yeah. They probably do. You're crying laughing? Good. Senior Demonic Lad. I did see your comment. I read it. I just want to make sure I go back up to that. I posted 2 of the TikToks you did. The editing was great, by the way. Like 500-ish views for 2 brand new TikToks. I'll take it. It's better than mine. Sometimes I get that random busted 250. Like on TikTok, if you're just getting like 250-ish, right around there, the algorithm shit on it. So
Wait, what happened?
there's the thing. I looked it up. If you post a TikTok and it gets like right around 250, Tim Def didn't wash his hands. He could have done the guy thing where he just like, and then you're done. But it's okay. It was his own wiener. You know what I mean? Like, um, he's leaving. He's leaving. I see if we can hear him. Shh. Oh, he brought out hand sanitizer? Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I have hand sanitizer in all my and soap in all my bathrooms.
Oh.
I'm actually not a dirty person.
AJ said touche. Now, AJ, if you missed the last episode, Tim likes to exfoliate, so that's why you know. What was something else we had? We had a good list. Oh,
Oh, but it was just more like random shit. That's over the past whatever times.
one
What were you
thing
saying?
I definitely want to touch on is
Yeah,
penis.
my wiener.
Um
Yeah.
is how over and let me pull it up. I'm gonna read it. Saying I'm gonna pull it up and it says right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a picture of Daniel Jones on the sideline when he after the play he just did the wrong play. You could tell because he was like, I what? And that's the fucking stupid picture. And I've defended this guy his whole time with the Giants. As a Giants
Yeah.
fan, I'm ready to move on. Peace. Like, um, I know they just signed him to a big
Send
deal,
it to me.
huh?
Send it to me.
I know they
Dude, I'm
just
telling you, I'm telling you, like we had high hopes for Daniel Jones last season.
I've defended. I mean, I know you know, but I've defended him
Yeah,
literally every step of the way, and this guy just can't stop fucking me over. Like,
dude, I don't. He is really talented. Like
I agree with you
he
though.
is.
I think he has a trouble reading defenses.
I told you they changed it up on him. He used to be running the run pass option a lot, right? They
Mhm.
ran a lot of run pass option. Daniel Jones is one of the fastest running players on the field. That cannot be argued. That is a fact.
Mhm.
One of the fastest people that can run on the field.
Yep.
Right, but right next to Tyreek Hill
Lamar Jackson also.
and Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
So Daniel Jones is not the smartest though. The next part is when he has to read defenses for the run pass option. He can't fucking do it because people have changed to the Lamars, the Josh Allen, the fucking all those people. Um, they've changed the defensive structure to be more zone coverage, and they're putting more linebackers out there. It's just like he can't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah. I
He can't fucking read it. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't have good coaching there either. Like he needs better coaching. He doesn't have a veteran. But we talked about this too. He doesn't have a veteran person showing him what to do.
yeah.
Like most quarterbacks before they jump in, like that's why rookies fail all the time. They need a veteran either in the number 2 seat or in the number 1 seat for a long time, or they're not going to get it.
Yeah. I don't like Kafka personally. I'd rather like see him gone. I think Brian Dable's doing a fine job. Like I'm satisfied with him. But what up, Sin? If Daniel Jones was like he has signs. Like they have drives where they just march right down the field. Cutie on the left, goddamn. They march right down the field, and then you're like, oh, here it is. The next drive, like the one play he rolled out, he was running. The defender was cutting him off.
It was running.
He could have just flipped the ball, like flipped the ball again, out of bounds, had incompletion, not lost any yards.
Yeah, yeah.
But he chose to like stop a yard from the line of scrimmage and get tackled on the sidelines and lose 1 yard. Like you're giving up a yard. It's just not a like it's a dumb play. And then there's just some other plays where once again, I was watching the Peyton Eli cast on ESPN2.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
3rd and 14 and they're throwing a 5 yard pass into tight
That doesn't
coverage.
make sense.
Like you're not gonna make the first down. And I saw like Brian Dable get frustrated with him on the sidelines after the pick six, and he basically like threw the little blue tablet at him. But like, that's how I feel. Like I've defended the guy, done everything I can, but you keep making the same fucking mistakes, man.
It's I feel like I watched the show Ted Lasso and like maybe and they have a for sports the things weren't going right. People had like mental back to the mental thing. People had
Yeah,
like mental stuff, and they hired a psychiatrist for the sports team to help everybody. And I was like, that's a great thing to have in a show, right?
yeah.
Just that it's also more. So, dude, I think Daniel Jones probably needs to talk to somebody or something. Maybe like something's not right, dude. Like he's not getting it.
Like so if you compare him to the other New York team, Zach Wilson, um,
Yeah.
obviously like notorious struggles, but like Joe Namath went in on him and talked about like how much of a piece of shit he was and just horrible things. But how much like obviously don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers would have been better. But the whole reason Aaron Rodgers is out is because the offensive line couldn't protect him and he got hurt.
Hmm.
But last night, or not last night, Sunday night, Zach Wilson looked absolutely amazing. When he had the time, because the guy has an amazing arm, when he had the time, or they got him out of the pocket to create time, he was throwing bombs down the field or lasers down the field. He was fucking, you want to compare it to a porn saying, he was shooting ropes down the field. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh my god.
but I feel like Daniel Jones is a better quarterback, more athletic, a better arm.
Yeah.
but it's just not. It's not. And I don't know. But Zach Wilson, there's a clip of him on the side of the field going, "It's my fault. It's my fault. It's all my fault." But like their coach Robert Saleh and all them were like, "Bro, if Zach Wilson plays like that every week, we win a lot of games."
Yeah.
But
And it's not even it's just like fight for the yards, like
yeah,
score the touchdowns. Zach, you know what Zach Wilson has more than Daniel Jones? Touchdowns.
yeah,
You know what everybody has more than Daniel Jones? Fucking passing touchdowns.
he has the most fumbles in the league since he came in. The most fumbles in the league since he came in.
What a stat.
Yeah, like I
That's
don't know.
almost like I'd hate to like he's trending downward in he's making me feel like David Carr almost or right David.
Yeah, I feel bad for David Carr though, because like I don't think he was ever given who was the greatest Giants quarterback. A lot of people say Phil Simms. I personally, if you take the team and the talent that's around, I would say Eli, because Eli
No, it has
didn't
to be
always have the consistent
Eli.
roster or the talent that Phil Simms fucking had.
Eli first Super Bowl run when he was fucking running 10-yard gains when he fought for every fucking first down. Eli was the shit, dude.
Hmm.
Like, but that was one season. One season. That's
Like
all we got out of that.
Phil
One.
Simms, Phil Simms had like arguably one of the greatest defenses the Giants have ever had.
Oh my god, yeah. The
Um,
fucking
I
just
mean,
the biggest motherfuckers to be out there almost.
and just Lawrence Taylor, just to name one of
Yeah,
them.
just one.
Um, but Eli, the first time they won, they beat arguably the greatest team in NFL history. What was your favorite Giants team? Probably that one. And
That one too. Yeah, the first. Yeah.
it's not. It wasn't like a remarkable roster. That was an 8-8 season. Um,
Let's. I'll pull. You keep talking. I'm gonna pull it up in the background. I'm gonna be
so
our James.
I I I probably could name you a majority of the roster still. Um, so we had in that year, we should have had Brandon Jacobs, um, Ahmad Bradshaw, Derek Ward as the running backs. I think Jim Finn was still on the team as a fullback. I don't remember 100%, but on the line you had like Chris Snee, Rich Seibert, Sean O'Hara, defensive line, Human Yora, Michael Strahan, Tuck, a young Justin Tuck. Bradshaw was one of my favorite running backs. Yeah, it's just an old style. He was a little boxy dude who could juke you or he could run you over. He was weird. Um, you had your Jabril Wilson, your Aaron Ross, your Sam Madison. Um, yeah, he was a little pinball, 100%. Little number 44 bouncing all over people, and obviously your wide receivers. I think we still had Amani Toomer on that first Super Bowl roster. Plaxico was on that. I want to say no. I saw you shaking your head. No, I didn't know if I was off on that.
No, I'm muted. I'm on the wrong site. I'm just trying to get
Okay.
there.
Um, David Tyree, obviously he caught that fucking ridiculous one-handed on the head fucking football catch. Tim's on the wrong side. He's like, damn, it's just a bunch of naked black dudes. This is porno. New York Giant. Oh shit, I think it's the wrong one. um, yeah, I love Brandon Jacobs because he fits the mold of like my favorite running backs: Jerome Bettis, um, Thurman Thomas, um, just those big, powerful running backs. I mean, Brandon Jacobs was 6'4", 6'5", 265.
We're here.
Yep.
Oh, you know who we missed?
Oh,
Maybe you said it. I wasn't paying attention. Steve Smith,
oh,
not the
yeah, yeah.
famous one, the
No,
fake one.
the so the frustrating thing with Steve Smith is the typical Super Bowl bullshit that happens. So came out of USC,
Mm-hmm.
record-setting career at USC
Mm-hmm.
with Matt Leinart and them. Comes to the Giants, sets the single season reception record for a rookie. Then the next year, I think he went to the Philadelphia Eagles, didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then went to the Rams, didn't do shit, and went out of the league.
We arguably had one of the best defenses as well, second best defense
Hmm?
to ever be on the Giants.
So I think the second Super Bowl is when a lot of those players came into like
I'll
you
give
you
you.
you still
Hold
had
on.
Strahan, but he was at the end
Let
of
me
his
go
career.
down your. Let me go down your touchdowns and the game score for the Super Bowl for the 2008. Eli Manning 2 touchdowns,
Huh?
1 interception. Um,
Oh, was
Brendan Jacobs.
Jeremy Shockey was on that roster, right?
No,
But he was hurt.
wait.
I think he was, but he was hurt, and they won it. And then the next year, that's when he went to the Saints.
Oh, I think so. So we had David Tyree got a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
like we finally used him
He's the guy that
in
caught the
that
ball on his
game.
head.
Yeah, and Plexico Burris got that touchdown.
Yeah,
Just
the
famous
fade.
touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah. Brendan Jacobs just a beat. He was a workhorse that game.
yep.
And then Ahmad Bradshaw,
Mm-hmm.
like Brendan Jacobs, the workhorse was 14 for 42 yards. Ahmad Bradshaw 9 carries for 45. Like
Huh?
Bradshaw,
Did Derek Ward touch the
Brendan.
ball? He was number 34, I believe.
No.
Okay. But that was
We can go
a
to
Patriots defense that was insane. Also, their offense was just
yeah.
as insane. Like the defense was just as insane as the offense.
It was. They had Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah, they had the Patriots defense that you knew of.
Yeah. Richard Seymour.
Yeah,
Butts.
they had all the fucking big guys before. Like
Richard Seymour, one of the best lockdown corners.
wasn't Seymour a defensive lineman? I think you're thinking of somebody else. Asante Samuel, maybe.
The dude on the
Law.
no. Give me a second.
Yeah, Richard Seymour, I think, was a defensive lineman.
Who's that dude? His name is Richard something. The
Oh,
corner.
Richard Sherman. He used to play for the Seahawks.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're
My
good.
bad.
I do the
I've
same shit.
smoked a little. You know what I mean?
AJ said you're a dick.
I am. I'm addicted to you. All right, but yeah, dude, that's fucking yeah. What's the other year? Oh, here we go.
It was only a couple years later. 2000. What year was that one? Sorry,
This is a 12. 12.
I want to say you. Wait, the second
This is
year?
when the second one. Second one was also nasty.
That's when Mario
Just
Manningham caught the fucking disgusting touchdown on the left side of the field.
we had
Cruz was in that one,
Victor
right?
Cruz,
Yes.
Knicks.
Oh my god, Hakeem Nicks was so fucking good.
Yeah.
He had the hamburger helper fucking hands.
Martellus Burnett.
He didn't really pan out with us, but every other team
Yeah.
he played for was fucking great.
Eli Manning, Ahmad Bradshaw, still.
Yep.
And then on the defense,
AJ, his hands were so big, and he used to wear a white wristband right here, so like extended. Look up Hakeem Nicks' fucking hands. It literally looked like the hamburger helper hand. It was the fucking big ass white hand. His gloves were so fucking big. Like he wasn't that big of a guy. Like Metcalf is like 6'4". Hakeem Nicks was like 6', 6'1", but his fucking hands were so goddamn big. He would like grab the ball like this, and they'd be overlapping all the way around the ball. I love some Hakeem Nicks. Once again, a guy that just disappeared in the league. As soon as he left the Giants, he just fell off.
This is the roster. Yeah, Mario Manningham. But, dude, let me tell you who was your defensive players, your line players.
From that one?
Yeah. For 2011, 2012-ish.
Wait,
2011, 2012.
the
You know what I
first
mean? Like
the
that.
first Super Bowl or the second one?
Second.
So you should have had Kiwanuka.
Yeah.
Yep.
Linebacker. That's linebacker.
Oh, sorry. So was OC
Who's on the
still on that
line?
one? Was OC still on that one?
No.
So I know Justin Tuck was there.
Yeah.
And then do we have Hankins at that point?
No, this guy is the one-armed man.
Oh, Pierre Paul. I knew that. I was trying to get the middle part filled up. So there
Yeah,
we did have a
Corey Webster.
Corey Webster. He was there, but he was a young guy earlier in the run, and then he became like the
He had
old head.
he had 6 interceptions
Was
that
Aaron
season.
Ross on that roster also?
Yeah, 4 interceptions.
His wife is a fucking Olympic runner.
He chasing that pussy.
Um,
Sorry, that
was
was
Kenny
funny.
Phillips safety on that one?
Any what?
Kenny Phillips, number 21. I don't remember.
No.
Honestly, I don't remember if he was on that or it was like a year later he was drafted.
Dude, we had Chris Snee, the fucking right guard.
Right
That
guard.
guy was
That
a good.
was Tom Coughlin's son-in-law.
That guy was a wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of the greatest offensive linemen I think in the history of the NFL.
Dudes, listen to this.
Hmm.
This is why we. This is the year I was talking about earlier for
Huh?
this win.
Yep.
Eli Manning had 35 rushes for 15 yards and 1 touchdown in that game. Dude, that guy was not letting go of that loss. Like he was not letting it happen.
Yeah. I mean, but the breakout for him to hit that bomb down the field to David Tyree and land it on his head, he was almost getting his jersey ripped off him. He broke so many tackles, refused to go
Yeah,
down, and then you fast
dude.
forward to like old Eli in the last couple of years,
You just
he'd
fucking
barely get
looks
touched
like
and
Daniel
fall.
Jones now. He
Yeah,
looks like Daniel Jones now. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know, man. There's a lot of like good quarterbacks I wouldn't mind the Giants like trading for, but like what do you do with that contract? And I know the front office is like going to be reluctant to get rid of him, but like you got to cut
Eli
ties.
Tucker Bradshaw. Dude,
Eli Tucker or
Mary fuck
Bradshaw.
kill. Hmm.
Who's Tucker? Justin Tucker from the fucking Ravens? Justin Tuck is the defensive
Yeah, yeah,
lineman
yeah, yeah.
for
I
the
think he means
Giants.
Tuck.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Justin Tucker or Tuck. Same. I mean, it's very close. Fuck, Mary, kill. I feel like you definitely would marry Eli. Very successful family.
Dude, Eli has a 99-yard completed pass.
To Victor Cruz. Um, I think it was against the Jets.
But
Uh,
dude, I'm gonna marry Eli because he's gonna make me some fucking
that's what I'm
great
saying.
apple pie and shit. He's gonna be a great wife. You know
And
what I mean?
and genetics, like the genetics of that family,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a quarterback kid.
Yeah, exactly. You know that guy, and he knows his way around an apple pie. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna make you a nice mama's apple pie.
Yeah, I feel like as the fuck part of it, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
how
I
to answer
probably
this.
probably have to go with Bradshaw because Justin Tuck's a fucking massive man,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
feel
we're
like I
just
would
gonna
just be
kill
like,
that guy.
I feel like I would just be like his little backpack. You know?
Just gonna kill that guy. Dude, imagine so Eli's career, we'll call him the 50-50. It makes so much sense, right? We won that Super Bowl on 8-8.
Yeah. Tom Brady, Drew
Guess
Brees,
what?
and Peyton Manning.
Let's take a let's take a guess on Eli Manning's overall career win-loss record.
Fuck.
It's I'll give you one clue.
How many seasons?
It's over each number is over 100 and under 125.
Both are under 125, but
Yes.
over
But
100.
over yes.
I'd say 119 and 105.
117 to 117.
Dude, his first few seasons were bad. I remember watching. I was
No, his second season he was 11-5.
Yeah, but his first season was abysmal.
1-6. Yeah, he fucking was not good.
I remember
He threw
watching
more.
him.
I think yeah, because we had 6 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Jesus.
Yeah, I remember we were visiting my grandma's house in New York, and I was watching him play. I think it was like the last game of the season was against the Cowboys. Dude, he got his fucking ass beat, like bad.
Jesus, dude.
I
That
think you're.
guy.
I think you're marrying Tom. You're murdering Drew Brees, and banging Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Tom Brady, dude. Just pure athleticism on that, you know? But I don't. Yeah, I don't know about. I definitely. I would still pick a Manning. You know.
Unfollow everyone. Fuck. I mean, I love Drew Brees, but you're talking about the two best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Tom
I
Brady and
gotta
Peyton Manning.
see.
It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, probably by the time Pat's done playing, he'll be one of the best, like top three. But I love Drew Brees when he got injured in San Diego, and people wrote him off. I wanted so bad for him to like. I really wanted him to go to the Dolphins because I was like, ain't nobody winning with the Saints because the Saints were doo doo at the time. And then look what
Dude,
happened. He just fucking came out balling, and until his last season, they were always in it.
isn't it, Mike? Dude, so just looking at Eli's running stats, it's just pretty wild.
Yeah, him and a brother always looked like they were running in slow motion, but they always tried. They always tried their best.
Every time I love Tom Brady skits of every time he would run, people don't really Tom Brady is like the actual coach of teams, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I remember I watched this one video and they were making fun of him because like every time he runs, like the whole team is like, "Oh shit, look at the jumbotron!"
yeah.
They're like, oh, because he doesn't ever need to run; he just throws a
Yeah.
complete pass. They're
Yep.
like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. I mean,
Because when you see,
he ran in Tampa more than he ever. I think he ran in Tampa the few seasons he was there more
he
than
was
he did his
doing
entire
good.
career in
Yeah, he
fucking
was
New
doing
England.
dirty deals in the background, trying to make up, just steal people's billions of dollars. No big deal, you know. I don't really know what's going on with that. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm just making a joke. Don't come after me,
Kind of
whoever.
sad our era of QBs is over. Rogers is the last one. Yeah, that's fucking 100% accurate. He's the
The
last of it.
last slinger is making his way out quietly. Not quietly at all. He's the Saturday Night King, Kirk Cousins.
I mean, yeah, Kirk Cousins definitely has the old school
He's
mentality.
fucking slinging it right now.
Um, but no, that group of like
Yeah,
they
the
hate it.
gunslinger.
Yeah, it's just the league
It's
isn't designed. I mean, Josh Allen is definitely still fits the bill too. He fucking launches it down the field. Pat can be it on some plays.
but he
Um,
runs too.
but yeah, it's definitely the league is kind of like went away from it though. That's why there's not that many of them left. Or like,
Yeah.
colleges aren't producing it.
It doesn't make sense to have it anymore either. As
Yeah,
a as a it's all RPO, run pass option.
yeah.
That's all they need.
It's so funny though because you could have like if Tim Tebow came out this year, he would
Hmm.
be a top two, top three quarterback in the NFL. But when he came out, people said, "Oh no, you have to stay in the pocket. The college shit doesn't work here, and that's why he'll never be successful."
Yeah.
And they just refuse to like change a playbook. Lamar Jackson to me was a first player they said, "We're going to completely change the playbook to match what you did in college, where you're successful." And look at he was
Yeah.
successful, and now they've started doing that with everyone. But I'm telling you, Tim Tebow, his rookie year, beat the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers, the number one team, to go to the AFC Championship. Demarius Thomas across the middle of the field. I remember the play like it was fucking yesterday. And then what happened? They traded him. I think to the Jets.
Hmm.
They released him. The Patriots signed him, and he just fucking bounced around. That was it. Like,
Yeah.
What about Tony Romo? Tony Romo, like,
He wasn't anything
I
special at all,
respect him way
honestly.
more than fucking Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
high IQ NFL guy. Super high
Yes,
IQ,
that is
but
true. He
it
wasn't athletic. He was just smart as fuck. I will give him that.
and extremely injury prone. Extremely injury prone. When it was towards the end
He
of his
wasn't
career,
smart for staying on the Cowboys,
no.
but
Yeah, but no, like super IQ. Like his smarts allowed him like outdid his talent. But when it was like the end of his career, man, it was like he was breaking his collarbone left and right. Then this finger, he fucked up his back. I was like, bro, this guy just needs to retire. Like his body's not holding up. But Favre was the opposite. He was smart, but his body just held up. He just didn't. He didn't care. Like he didn't care to put in the work anymore.
Dude,
He could step out there now and sling it.
Let's just show everybody. Let's just
Peyton
show
was
everybody.
both. Yeah, but Peyton's arm / neck when he left Indy took a little hit. Don't get me wrong, he could still sling it. But then once that injury started re-affecting him, he went downhill so fast. The same as Drew Brees. It was like the same thing that happened with Drew Brees. Once his arm gave out, it was done. The guy had such pop and accuracy on his throws, and once it was just not there anymore, that's when Drew Brees went downhill. He was still physically there. The brains were still there.
All right.
Yeah, but he was having shoulder problems too. He was having the dead arm. I remember it. It was the same. It was basically the same thing that Peyton
to people
got hit with.
Let me explain to people why we love this guy.
He did fuck up his hand. I do remember that, but it was something with the shoulder. It was something with the shoulder. I remember.
Join that thing real quick.
Yeah. The layout's fucked up.
It's fine. Ish.
Fine-ish. Built my camera down. Go like this.
All
right, yeah, go for it.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
This is the best quality because the videos sucked back then. So.
That's a long run coming out that tunnel. That line just kept on going.
Yeah, 480 is the highest.
Keith Jackson. Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, "Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I got to stay hungry for the Crimson Tide." Why we come out so early and just stand around here and do this? Hey, I'm sitting here just goofing off. You know what time the game starts? You think God never farted? Hey, you got any left-handed footballs? Oh, yeah, I do. Want me to wear those for you? Who's our head ref today?
Tony Correnti's rookie year.
Take 2 weeks off, then quit. There's Mr. Miyagi up here on the theme on the board. Oh yeah, wax on, wax off. How you doing?
You thought I was taller than this, huh?
No.
I thought you were taller than me. How about Mr. Miyagi coming up talking to me?
He's like, damn, I thought you were in purse.
Ben, you about broke my thumb on that damn sack.
I'll be honest with you, that whole Brett Favre thing was really hard to keep track of. So we had to come up with a system.
You're sure? All right. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Fucking lights in the window.
Retired, 2 unretired? I think it's the other way around.
Oh, he unretired, dude.
Yep.
Okay.
These are the Wilskis,
Oh, God,
an average,
fuck.
unassuming family from Green Bay, Wisconsin, who happen to live
Sorry.
next door to Brett Favre. Their love for Brett is outdone only by
It's
their
only
love
6
for
minutes
each
long.
other. Although sometimes it's a little hard to tell. Come meet the Wilskis.
What?
How are we doing up there, hon?
Yeah, skip to that. Right there.
I would have doubled. Let's get him today, Jerky. Whoa, whoa. Oh, you hear that? Go off the sternum.
There was the play of Brett Favre. I think it was against the Jaguars. He went to throw the ball to the referee, and he fucking hit the ref right in the side of the head. And he was like, my bad, my bad. The ref throws a flag. He's like, no, my bad. I was just throwing the ball up to you. I didn't mean to hit you in the head. But the ref didn't know, and the other ref had to come in and let him know.
Where's the more of the clips?
Yeah, I think we're just getting all the good stuff was in the beginning.
Oh, it's back over there. Okay.
We'll go 20 bingo cross. He's worked to the middle of the field. Now
Look at that fucking Andy Reid, young Andy Reid.
18,
That guy slapped my ass twice.
18, set.
Let me see what this one real quick.
Ooh, that's why
Just
he
a
broke.
cannon.
Yeah, that's why he broke people's fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who is that? Who is that?
You know what I mean? Sweating like a in church.
Hasselback.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who's been playing longer, Fred? Matthew. Good to meet you.
Oh my God.
I like the way you play.
I appreciate it. I like the way you play too, man.
Stay healthy and all that stuff. You know how that goes, but you'll have a good long career. I like the way you throw it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Just hang in there.
He fucked himself up.
Good to meet you. All right. We got to have a little piss and vinegar about it.
Vinegar like in your piss?
Yeah. Sting a little bit. It kind of feels like that. That.
That's why I picked him. Wait, did I pick him?
I don't remember.
Yes! Stings hard.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's get it right here. Damn, Steven, what they got you in for? Move! 380! 380, son!
Oh, he called it. He called it right there, ladies and gentlemen. He knew that it was weak right there, and it went right through his ass.
Hey, are they paying you overtime? Knock that hand off. Yeah, baby!
Is that one how to eat? Is that an eat plate?
Don't get smart. Don't get smart. No one likes the smarty pants.
Hey, you know what a smart ass is?
Yeah. Vanilla. Someone can sit on an ice cream cone and tell you what flavor it is.
Dude, this guy.
51X spot flanker cross. Red left slot, 51X spot flanker cross. Someone, right? Blue 58! Blue 58 to the... That's the way to start off.
Where's the one?